You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Bjorklund.
So, the idea in Proverbs 5 is the warning against the forbidden woman or having illicit sexual relationships with somebody who is not your spouse. And in the middle or toward the end of the chapter, there is this exhortation not simply to live in a place where you say, I am allowing myself to say this is bad and therefore I won't do it, or not allowing yourself, but really forbidding yourself from it. But there's this exhortation to drink water from your own cistern. And then verse 17 says, let them be for you alone. Again, speaking of the waters, the sexuality, and not for strangers. Let your fountain be blessed and rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer and a graceful doe. Let her breast fill you at all times with delight. Be intoxicated always in her love. And this word here for fill is in some translations satisfied. Let her breast satisfy you at all times. Or I guess it's connoted here in the ESV in the word delight, and it's the word rahwa. And it means to drink to satisfaction, to quench a thirst. And so here's the picture. Not only is drinking water from your own cistern meant to be an exclusive relationship, but it's meant to be an enjoyable relationship. The language here is erotic. It's clear that the couple is to enjoy each other physically, sexually, because you're to be intoxicated with the wife of your youth, to let her breast satisfy you. I said yesterday that in the New Testament, we're encouraged not to deprive each other sexually unless it's for a time of mutually agreed upon spiritual pursuit. That's 1 Corinthians 7. And if you're a Christian and married to a Christian, your spouse is your only legitimate outlet to enjoy and express yourself sexually. So to prioritize great sex is one of the things that you can do to safeguard your marriage. Now, the challenge here is a lot of times a man or a woman will say, well, I would be up for it, but she's too busy doing other things. She doesn't pay attention to me. She doesn't want me. She never acts like these other women do who come on to me. Or if you're a woman, he doesn't pursue me, he doesn't romance me like other men do. Other men compliment me, pay attention to me, are interested in me. And so this idea of letting the body of your spouse satisfy you implies certainly this idea of sexuality, but rejoicing in the wife of your youth implies celebrating all that is good about the person. And here's what happens in a lot of marriages is people, instead of celebrating what's good, they start to find things that aren't perfect and they obsess or nitpick on them. And the reason that you married your spouse is because you found something enjoyable, delightful in them. And this is an exhortation to celebrate those things. In fact, even the way the words are positioned, to celebrate or have a rejoicing in the wife of your youth, means to go back and find all of the things that you found and celebrate and enjoy those things. And I think this is speaking about the physical part of your relationship, but also the personality, the laughter, the joys, the passions that are there. And let these things be something that you get caught up in and enjoy and celebrate. And know that God sees ultimately how you treat your spouse. This is in verse 21. It says, for a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. And so when you or I don't enjoy or choose not to enjoy our spouse, what we're doing is we are, in a sense, being stupid because we're letting other people's streams be appealing to us rather than water from our own cistern, and we're before God saying, the gift that you've given me isn't enough, I'm looking elsewhere. So drink water from your own cistern. It speaks to the exclusivity of a marriage, and it speaks to the enjoyment of the marriage. So today, choose to invest in your own marriage or your future marriage by being chaste as you wait for that opportunity so that you can one day say, I saved all of my fountain, all of what God has given me for you. And God, I know, will work in your marriage.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.